Hello, you guys, and welcome to my representation of a plant cell in Minecraft. The first thing I have built is the cell wall, and it is exclusive to plants only. The plant cell wall is outside of the cell, protecting the cell from harmful things, and it also supports the cell. I have built the cell wall out of stone, representing a wall, because walls protect. The next thing I have is the cell membrane. The cell membrane also protects the cell, but it ejects toxic things out of the cell and transports nutrients needed. An example of these nutrients are the sheep and chickens I have in there. Small and needed nutrients are able to get through the cell membrane and into the cell, like these two chickens just did. The next thing I have up is the endoplasmic reticulum, also known as the ER, or more simply known as the ER, whatever you choose. I have built the ER as a chop house / farm bakery. I've done this because the ER takes proteins from food, like the sheep and the other animals out there, and turns them into energy used for the cell. The next thing I have is the lysosome, the L cell organelle. It is stuck in the chloroplast and it breaks down and destroys worn out cell organelles, just like recycling bins do. As you can see, it opens and closes just like a garbage can. Next is the mitochondrion, which I have represented as somewhat of a candy section. The mitochondrion turns energy from food into energy the cell uses, but more specifically, it turns sugars into things that the cell uses. Next is the vacuole. The vacuole disposes of waste and it stores water, and sometimes even food. So I've built this as somewhat of a well that stores the water. After that, we have the chloroplast, which is also found in cells because it uses the sun's rays to make energy for the cell, which is basically photosynthesis. So it is like a greenhouse. After that, I have the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi is inside the cell as well, and I have represented it as a postal office, because the Golgi packages and sends materials to and from other parts of the cell. Next, I have the nucleus, otherwise known as the brain of the cell. The nucleus directs the cell to do things, mostly necessary functions like energy, food, resources, all that fun jazz. I have built the nucleus as representing a air tower, the thing that sends airplanes off, whatever it's called. I've represented the nucleus as that because the airplane control center tells the airplanes where to go, when they can go, and if it's safe or not, just like the nucleus tells the rest of the organelles what to do, how to do it, and if it's a good enough time to do it. The last thing I have in my cell is the ribosomes. Might take me a little to get there. The ribosomes are underground tubes in the cell that send things to and fro. The ribosomes create proteins the cell needs, like many other organelles. It sends packages underneath through the cell like tubes, so it is very important, and I've represented it as an underground tunnel because underground tunnels are like tubes, in my opinion. You might think differently, but this is just my opinion. And that is my decent representation of a cell, one of the two, and hope you enjoyed it.